In this video, we're going to walk through some of the features of the MeasureColor 18.1 upgrade for operators. Once you log in, you'll notice that your home screen has three icons: Multi-Spot, Reference Manager, and Spot Color Tool. You'll use Multi-Spot most of the time. Double-click on that, and you'll be taken to this screen, which looks a lot like it used to, except that over here on the left it says Location, and you want to scroll down to find your plant location. This no longer has a list of customer names, just Pratt plant locations. Make sure your location is highlighted. In this case, we'll use Beloit. And then, if this is a job that's already been entered, in the field first box up at the top right, enter the job ID number. As you do that, the system automatically searches through all the jobs and will bring up your particular job. This is a great time saver once you have several hundred jobs loaded, because you don't have to scroll down through all those numbers to find the one you're looking for. Double click on your job and it opens up ready to take readings. Back on the home screen, if you need to create a job, again you go to Multi-Spot, make sure your location is highlighted, and then down on the bottom right there's the button that says Create Job. Click on that. Now on this screen you can leave Machine as all Flexo, or you can use the pop-down menu to select the specific machine you operate. Either one will be okay. Make sure your location is shown in the next field. Then enter the job number off of your factory ticket and whatever job name and description your plant has decided should be in these next two fields. Up at the top right side is not something you have to worry with. Leave it set on not applicable, and nothing's required in job remarks. When you have all this information filled in, click on Next at the bottom right. On this screen, you'll select a job preset. These presets in this window will fill in all of the information over here that determines the conditions and tolerances that will be factored into your measurements. These are determined by your customers, so these defaults have already been developed. If you're running a Diageo job, click Diageo. If it's a Lowe's job, click Lowe's. UPS, click USPS, click USPS. And for anything else right now, click Pratt Default. Notice all of this information just got filled in. Most of your jobs will be under Pratt Default. These top four may be used at different times in the future, but you'll be told whenever you should select one of those. Once you've got your preset selected, click on Next. On this screen, you get to add inks. Top right, you've got an Add Inks button. Click on that. And in the first window, you want to select your plant location. And when you do select it, all the colors loaded into your plant's color book will show up in the middle. You find the colors that you need for your job, highlight them, click on the right arrow, and they'll be loaded into your job. If you make a mistake, you can highlight it on the right, click the back arrow, and it takes it back out. So load what all you need into the job. When you're done, click OK at the bottom right. On this screen, you can double check to make sure you have everything loaded correctly. If not, you have a button right here that says Previous that lets you go back to that last screen, take a color out, maybe put a different one in. If everything's okay, click on Finish. a box will pop up telling you to take a reading of the substrate you're printing on. It says white, but it means white or craft, whatever your job is today. So use your Spectro to take a reading. It loads that into the system, and then your job comes up and you're ready to start working with your inks. After you've adjusted the inks to be within tolerance, same as you've done in the past, be sure to click on Start New Sequence, and the system will then begin averaging your delta E after you've gotten all of the colors within tolerance. Back on the home screen, if you need to load colors, click on the second icon, Reference Manager. This takes you to a screen where all of the color books are located, and notice that there's a little lock symbol on almost every one of these. That means you really can't do anything with any of those color books. The top one, New Colors, doesn't have a lock, so that's where you'll load your colors at this time. Double click on New Colors, and you'll notice that you're on a screen where now you can take readings off of the drawdowns that you have, and it'll load those colors in. We're going to call this Test Red 1. Once you've named it, if you need to put in a formula number, you can put that down here in the extra info field. Click on Save. Now you can load another color. Name it. Enter any other information. Hit Save. Load as many as you need. Identify them correctly. When you're done, hit Save again just to be sure. Click on the X on the top right. Go back to your home screen. Go to Multi-Spot. Make sure your location is highlighted. Click on Create Job. Fill in all of the information as we did before. Click Next. Select your job preset. Next. And click on Add Inks. Remember that you added the inks under New Colors, not your location. So scroll down to find that, select it, and your colors will show up. Add them to your job. Click OK. Make sure everything's correct. Click Finish. Take a reading on your substrate, and you're ready to go with this particular job. Let your local administrator know that you loaded these colors into New Colors, and they can go into the system and move those into your location's color library, so they'll be ready to go the next time you need to run, or if you need to repeat this particular job. The third icon, Spot Color Tool, is for taking quick measurements or comparisons of colors that you don't need to save. Click on that. It'll tell you to take a reading again. Read your substrate, and now you're on a screen where you can load in a reference color and then take readings of other samples to compare the two. I'll load in a red. Notice that it automatically toggled over to sample. Now I'll read a sample, and it's comparing what I just read as a sample to the original that I loaded in as reference. You can see all the difference in this window at the top right. And you can take as many readings as you want of as many different samples as you have. If you read the wrong color, you'll see something like that. So go back to taking another reading of the correct color. The only thing is, this doesn't save any of these readings. It's just for a quick comparison, and you get all of the same information that you get in multi-spot, but none of this is saved into the database. So it's really just to be used when you need that quick comparison to find out if something is close or not to the particular reference. Back on the home screen, these are the 3 buttons you'll have after the upgrade, and hopefully this helps you with some of the navigation through the system at this point. If you have any further questions, let your local administrator know, and thanks for listening.